Hi, so today we're going to be doing Chapter 3, Lesson 4, which is Slope Intercept Form. We've done constant rate of change, we've done constant of proportionality, we've done slope, and we've done direct variation, y equals mx. Today we're going to take our line from going through the origin, y equals mx, to a line that goes through a point on the y-axis that's not 0, 0. So that would be y equals mx plus b. Now, if your equation is solved for if your equation is solved for y, then m is the number in front of x and b is the number without a letter. Okay, this is the slope. This is the rise over the run. This is the y-intercept, which is always the point 0, b. It's the value of y when x equals 0. That's what we're looking at, okay? So when we have an equation for graphing, when you're thinking algebraically, when you're thinking of two variables, x and y, this is going to be the equation you need to remember, y equals mx plus b. Now, if I give you an equation, say y equals 2/3 x plus 4, and I ask you to identify the slope and the intercept, m equals, b equals. M is, remember, y equals mx plus b. M is in front of x. What's in front of x? 2/3. So this would be 2/3. When I ask you for b, b is the number here without a letter attached. The only letter unattached to a variable is, the only number unattached to a variable is 4, so b is 4. This is the point 0, 4. Okay, so if I give you the equation, you identify m and b. Now you can only identify m and b if the equation is solved for y. So if you get an equation that says something like this, 3x plus y equals 7, this is not solved for y. You're going to have to first solve for y. You do that by subtracting 3x from both sides, and you get y equals. These are not like terms, so don't combine them. Simply write them down. Now you can tell me that m is -3 or -3/1, and that b is 7, which is the point 0, 7. Okay, equation must be solved for y first. Now, if they give you the equation out of order, so y equals 1000 minus 65x, m is still the number in front of x. And what's in front of x? -65. So this would be -65 or -65/1. And b is going to be the number that does not have a letter. So this would be 1000 or the point 0, 1000. Okay. Sometimes you're going to be asked to take information about the slope and the intercept and write the equation. So if I told you that m is -1/3 and that b is, say, +2, then you would go y equals mx plus b. M is 1/3, so we erase the letter and put -1/3. B equals 2, so we'll erase that and put 2, and now I have the equation. Try it again. Slope equals -2, and y-intercept is -4. Doesn't matter how I say it. Slope is m, y-intercept is b. Y equals mx plus b. M is -2. and b is -4. And that's how I write the equation. There's always an x and there's always a y. So make sure in your equation you don't forget to put the x and the y into the equation. All right. So you can take an equation and identify m and b. You can take m and b and write an equation. The next thing you have to be able to do is to be able to graph an equation. So if I did let's go back to that equation I just gave you. So we had y equals -1/3 x plus 2. And we said that m equals -1/3 and b equals 2, which is 0, 2. Your slope is telling you to go down and over. We start here, over 0, up 2. Y is 2, x is always 0 because x is 0 on the y-axis. And this is the y-intercept. It's where it crosses the y-axis at 0, 2. We're then going to put our pencil back here on this, and we are going to follow directions. We are going to go down 1 and over 3. Down 1 and over 3. And that's our next point. We could do that again. Down 1 and over 3. Now, I could, instead of going down, I could go up. But if I go up, which is the opposite of down, instead of going right, I have to go left. So I will go here and I will go up 1 and over 3. Up 1 over 3. And you will see that these dots are all in a straight line. Put a ruler here, connect the dots. Hopefully I put the ruler that doesn't have a big chip in it, so it's not going to give you a crooked line. You draw a line through the point, and there you go. Now, the real important part of all of this, ladies and gentlemen, this line represents every solution to this equation. Since I can pick any number I want for x and then solve for the value of y, the points on the line are all solutions to this equation. Every point on the line will work in that equation. Let me show you. We have a point here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the point 6, 0. This is the point 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is -3, 3. Both of these points are on the line. If I take my equation, y equals -1/3 x plus 2, and I plug in 6, remember, x, y. 6 goes where x is. Y would go here. 3 goes into 6 2 times. -1 times 2 is -2 plus 2. This says 0 equals 0. Left side equals right side. It worked. Let's try it again. Y equals -1/3 x plus 2. This time I'm going to put in -3 and +3. 3 cancels 3. Negative times a negative is a positive. So -1 times -1 is 1, and 1 plus 2 equals 3. That was also on the line. So when I plugged in to the equation, -3 and 3, the right side and the left side ended up equaling each other. That's because it's on the line, and the line represents the infinite set of solutions. Since a line has no true beginning or ending, this line would literally go on forever, and therefore you would have every answer available instead of having to write them all. So let's try graphing one more time. So let's say we have y equals -3x plus 5. M equals B equals. M equals -3. So we're going to put it over 1 because we need a fraction. This says go down 3 over 1 or up 3 that way 1. B is positive 5, and this is the point 0, 5. Start at 0, 0 and go to this point. Over 0, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are now going to go down 3 over 1. Down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. Down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. Down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. How many do we have to do? You notice this is 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Down over 1. When you connect the dots, preferably straighter than I just did, you have a line that represents this equation, which is y equals, I just erased it with my hand, I'm sorry. I'd like to do that a little straighter. I really don't like when I go crooked, sorry. There's the line, and that's how you graph. Start with the y-intercept, which is b, use the slope, and count from the y-intercept up and over or down and over. Okay? That's all you need to know about slope intercept. Good luck.